Welcome to the Football Rig, ladies and gentlemen. Today, the AAR of the Champions League, the after action review for match week or match day 4 on the Champions League. Again, Arsenal winning. I mean, I love doing these shows when Arsenal are winning. You keep calm, you keep relaxed, and you enjoy your time. And today I'm gonna start with Arsenal, to be honest. But before we start, I want you guys to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. And today we have a lot to discuss. I mean, all the English Premier League breakdown. I mean, they all won. They all did what they have to do, except for Chelsea. Chelsea lose. I mean, not losing, but it's a draw against Karabakh. Man, who the hell is Karabakh, man, to draw with them? But anyways, we're going to talk about all of that. But now I'm going to start with my team, Arsenal, man. Lately, I've been starting with my team because I'm excited. You know, my team is winning. My team is not conceding any goals. So it's only fair for me to start with the best team, in my opinion. Obviously, I'm going to be so biased about it, but I really couldn't care less because Arsenal are cruising in the Champions League and are cruising in the Premier League. And of course, they are winning without any conceding any goal. And so Arsenal Football Club won 3-0 versus Slavia Prague in Czech Republic. The game really started, I would say, edgy a little bit because, you know, the other team is considered to be the champions of Czech Republic, and they're considered to be the top team there. So they came with excitement, they came with enthusiasm, but they couldn't really convert or create any really dangerous chances, I would say, against us. They had like a one shot on target, probably. Let's see the stats. They had actually 3 shots on target. That's a lot. That's a lot for Arsenal to concede. 3 shots on target. But overall, 0 goals. That's what's important. We dominated the game overall. 60% possession. That tells a story. That tells we went there also to dominate. We controlled the game. And especially when we opened the scoreline with the Saka goal. The Saka goal came minute 30 through a penalty. That handball, I would say, if it wasn't the Premier League, I don't think that would be counted, but it was counted nevertheless because the UCL criteria is a bit more strict, I would say, and they give penalties here and there, even if it's soft penalties, handballs. It's kind of different than the Premier League, so I'm not gonna really complain. But the best part about the refs in the UCL is they are consistent. They are consistent, and that's what really makes a difference, which is the consistency. Maybe you're not really agreeing with the criteria, but at least they are consistent across every game. In the second half, Arsenal came in strong. They scored from the first minute, and guess who scored? Mikel Merino, and a goal was really good. A cross from Trossard from the left side, and Merino managed to just put it in the and score it quite easily from the first touch. And that's a hunter's goal. That's somebody who knows the goal, who's an actual central forward. I mean, the guy groomed to be a central forward. I mean, big up to Arteta and big up for him to managing to convert this player into a striker, from a DM to CM to attacking midfield to a striker. What a journey for Merino, man. What a journey. Then the third goal came also from Merino after a wonderful cross from Declan Rice, who I thought was magnificent that game. He was all over the pitch, and it was a mistake from the goalkeeper. He came out of his possession, but he scored from the back of his head, but it went in nevertheless. So, and that concluded the game in terms of the scoreline, 3-0. What Arteta did was excellent. He removed the players and rotated the players, I would say, and he managed to give rest for the rest of the team and allow Max Daumann, the youngest player of the UCL, the youngest player who ever stepped foot in the pitch of the UCL, 15 years and 300 and something days. And that is all for Arsenal, man. I'm so happy about them. And guess who joined us? And he is driving, man. We have with us my friend, my brother, Zir, man. Welcome, Zir.
Welcome. Thanks for the
invite, man. Welcome. Yeah, man. Hey, watch the road, man. Watch the road. I'm not gonna be responsible for anything that happens to you. God forbid.
I have the hanger. تعرف الوضع what it is. بس
you have the hanger. What do you mean you have the hanger?
تعرف الهانج اللي تحطها you put on the
No, it's not about that, man. It's not about the hanger. It's not about that. It's about
okay زبدة I'm
on the road.
talking أهم شيء you hear
But
my voice.
anyways, bro. So I honestly didn't pull out the stats from Bayern Munchen and PSG, but I watched the game. And congratulations on the win. But I
Yeah,
thought PSG really, came back to the game. I would say later on, but they couldn't really. I mean, they got a little bit late. They scored a little bit late, so they didn't really capitalize and get the draw or equalizer and win. But you guys came in very strong early. You scored the first goal through Luis Diaz. I think both goals were Luis Diaz. Yeah, both goals. He
yeah,
scored a brace,
Diaz twice, yeah, but better
and he got
be.
a red card. So I mean, rightfully
Yeah.
so. I mean, man, what the fuck, man? Hakimi now is out and probably gonna be out for the AFCON as
Oh
well.
yeah, I'm upset on two perspectives. I can't lie, bro.
Tell me about it, man.
I'm,
Tell me what you thought of the game.
so just to get out of the way, I do think it was a red card. A lot of Bayern fans would disagree with me, but they're them disagreeing with me is more because they're petty about the Donnarumma incident that happened last time around, and also because of the Fabian Ruiz. Because I actually think, to be honest, I think all of them should be red cards in their own right. Just get
Mm-hmm.
out of the way. But
Mm-hmm.
other than that, listen, Diaz, unbelievable performance. You know what I mean? It's just a shame that that red card forced us into like having to defend for the win. You know, and that forced us to relying on Manuel Neuer to making important key saves. You know what I mean? But first half, I thought we absolutely bossed it, man. Midfield,
I agree.
from back to front. Like, I don't think there's any player that played bad other than I would say two. For me, Ulize was not really good. I'll be honest. I thought he was overdoing stuff. Uh, and people may not be happy with me, although he was defensively all right. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
His position is not really being a defender; it's being a striker. I thought Harry Kane was not really at his best against PSG, but everybody else done their job. Nabry, phenomenal. I mean, that assist for, I mean, they're not really assists, but you know what I mean. He laid off that pass for Olize's shot, which led up being a rebound for Diaz.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Then obviously the another one where she laid off for Stasic to score, but it was offside. Al Asaf. Um, and whatnot. I actually thought Nabry was brilliant, man. And I thought, and by the way, I hope you see what I'm talking about with Lakarad Limer, because that brother, man, he's been stepping up beyond belief. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, we'll take this win, which is the most important win. And I think now with this win also have to be taken seriously. And we move on to the Union Berlin, the Freiburg game, and
Okay.
then we play you, man. You know what I mean? Two teams at the
So,
top of the Champions League table.
all right. So I have two questions for you. Follow-up questions on what you just said.
Go
Are
on.
your company in? That's the first one.
I'm reserved. I can't lie, man. I'm still reserved.
I mean, come on, bro. Like 15, 16 wins in a row. Man, that's
16
something
wins
really.
in a row. But yeah, but you know what, company, and well, this is something I'll give company a lot of credit for. He said
Mm.
this best. Trophies are not won in November.
Yeah, I understand that, but so
Yeah,
far
you
so
know
good.
what
I
I
mean,
mean? فعشان كذا I don't want to say that, you know, company in and the next thing you know he doesn't win the trophies and I'm like company out. That's like double standard.
so
You know what I mean?
so
So
you're
I'm
still
just
on the
reserved.
fence on that. Mm.
Yes, I 100% I'm on the fence because I don't think it's right to jump into conclusions and then next thing you know we don't win the trophies and or the other way around and you like go have an opposite opinion. You know what I mean? So
Okay,
better be
okay,
safe than
fair enough.
sorry, the way I see it.
All right. The second question is, well, do you think are you a bit, I would say concerned that Diaz is not going to play against Arsenal?
Oh, yeah, kind of, yes, kind of. Even though you know my thoughts, I've always said he's a hit and miss player. But I will say that performance against PSG like showed that on his day is actually unplayable. You know,
Mm.
and you
And
never
I
know what
told
would.
you he was good. I told you he was good when he signed.
Yeah, but see, you know what the problem is, yeah, Sammy. The problem is he has like when he's good, he's good. When he's bad, he's
Mm.
bad. You know what I mean?
There's no middle ground here.
Hey, Almi, I see that's the problem. So this is why I'm very skeptical. But I wouldn't be. By the way, part of the reason to why I think Diaz is gonna be kind of missed is because he has a history against you guys, doesn't he? With Liverpool back then. Wallah.
I wouldn't say of history. I mean, he scored, I think, a couple of times, but
That's what I mean. I think like his know-how against Arsenal could have helped a little bit.
I see your point.
You know what I
Well,
mean? But
mm,
we have Leonard Carl. I hope company placeman doesn't play Jackson, because Jackson I don't think will show the know-how against you guys. I really don't. I don't trust that brother one bit. Uh so yeah, man. It'll be
I think he's
interesting to see
gonna
what
play
happens.
out of seniority. I think.
Who, Jackson?
Yeah.
No. But he doesn't. I'm sorry. Like he's not good enough. But like the thing is, maybe Jackson would only be beneficial for like maybe if your center backs are trying to mark him out and everybody else benefits. Because one thing I will give Jackson is his runs. They usually tend to give space for the other players that we have. You know, like Ulisse, like the Diaz's, etc. Which Diaz won't be playing, so that's null and void. But you
Mm,
get the yeah, you get the point. So
yeah.
that's the one positive I can take for if Jackson was to play. If I was to find any positive,
Mm.
but realistically speaking, like Arsenal, you will agree, you're gonna be aggressive on us from minute 1 to 90.
Yeah, I mean,
So
it's an
seeing
Emirates Stadium. Yeah, of course. So we're not gonna sit
no,
back. I mean,
so when Jackson has the ball, what's he really gonna do with it? فهمت علي? Like, what's he really gonna do with it?
I don't know, man. I mean, Harry Kane has to have a. Harry Kane is the guy who has Arsenal's number.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you're talking about
yeah,
the players, Harry Kane is actually the guy who scores a lot against Arsenal.
yeah. But he'll drop
Uh
deep. So you know that if Jackson plays, he's gonna be more likely to be making runs for. Kane will be like more of a 10 because of him
uh,
dropping. You know.
we'll see about that. But so does it change your prediction about the game, Arsenal versus?
Oh yeah. Now I think we stand a better chance against you guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because but for me, I've said this before and I'll say it again. For me, I just wanted to see what we can do in these tests, which was Dortmund, Köln, PSG, and all the other games that we're winning, right? And what I saw in that PSG game, and let's not change our energy. Yeah, you even argued for PSG. We're the best team in Europe. We beat that team. Yeah,
I mean, they
attacking
were.
and defensive wise. So
They
now, if
won.
I beat PSG, why can't I be confident now against anyone?
But look, PSG. I mean, if you're gonna compare PSG for last season, we also won against them 2-0 in the league phase. So they don't really kick in into
Yeah, okay,
the
so did we. Okay,
UCL.
so did we. We won 1-0.
Yeah, I understand. That's what I'm saying. I mean, you don't really judge PSG from the league phase. So once and also Dembele got injured, Hakimi got injured, so they have a lot of injuries in their team, like key players, and they
Yeah.
don't have that kind of squad depth
Yeah.
where somebody to replace Dembele, for instance, a Ballon d'Or winner.
But can I give you a difference, if you don't mind? The
Mm.
difference is at the time you beat PSG, because I watched that game. When you beat PSG were utterly terrible. They were like trying to figure out their best formulas, and that was when Enrique's job was really on the line. فهمت علي? Now it's Enrique knows what to do. It's just for some reason I don't know. It's like I'll be real. I actually think part of the reason they lost because we were that good.
Also,
Uh,
they had a mistake from Marquinhos. I mean, that mistake was
I am
fatal, man.
Marquinhos. Yeah.
Man, that was a complete bozo moment from Marquinhos. I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, you guys played
Retirement's
very
calling.
well, but
Retirement is calling, bro.
yeah, that mistake was really fatal, and it gave you the edge. I mean, I'm not saying you guys didn't really play well, but that mistake was amateur mistake, from a
Yeah.
defender that you
But 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 bro, like
don't look
you know
around.
what? I'm gonna tell you something, and you're gonna be shocked what I'm about to say. Our defense was on it as well. It's not like just our attack, you know?
Yeah.
Like
I
Jonathan
agree with
Tah,
you. The defense was good.
Upamecano, Laimer,
Also, the
Stats.
goalkeeper.
By the
Also, the
way,
goalkeeper. Mhm.
exactly. Yeah, Neuer was man of the match for me. Like I
Yeah.
try saying this to my fan base, like why I think Neuer is man of the match and not Diaz is because guess what? Well, excuse the sound, but the thing is, right, is Neuer actually kept us winning. after the madness that Diaz caused, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Whereas yes, Diaz scored the 2 goals, but he got that red card. So it's like now that's like okay. Imagine if we went from 2-0 to 2-2 or maybe 3-2 down. Now
Mm-hmm.
we all be criticizing Diaz. So I don't get why we are acting like, it's all okay for Diaz to give man of the match because of the two. Okay, yes, thank you for the 2 goals. But I also have to say you're an utter idiot for even getting the red card that puts in that situation to begin with, which fine. I mean, we got tested in such ways and we've proven that we can win in more than one ways. I'm actually happy about that because it shows that company is very flexible and can adapt. Fantastic. That's what I was criticizing him for last season. He's fixed that up, like with true flying colors. So, listen, all happiness from my end. You know what I mean? It could have been bad though if Neuer didn't exist, and if Jonathan Tah and Upamecano and Leimer and Stanisic, hell, even Kimmich Pavel, if they didn't exist too. You know what I mean? Like they all wanted to win the ball. They all wanted to play and show that togetherness. But as we say over here. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's all good over here, man. Just need to keep the momentum going till Arsenal, and if we can beat you guys, I actually think we can win all our games in the league phase. Um, to be quite frank and honest, and then that by then I can see us being favorites because the draw would then be in the favor, and then because you know how the rules change, right? Yeah, like if you finish
Yeah, yeah.
top two, yeah. So listen, just keep it going, really. Happy days. I hope now more fans, whether it's from Premier League or La Liga, take us seriously. That's it. Well, that's
The
my
first loss
final.
is gonna be on our against Arsenal. Mark my words.
I'm gonna tell you something, yeah, Sammy. Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for, bro. How many times have you guys been saying this?
Look, man.
أخوان.
I
Okay.
agree. I
How many
agree.
times
Look,
have you been saying this?
the only 2 times I was confident versus Bayern was the last time we played you guys, but we fumbled, and this time. But every time we played you, I never felt that we had the edge. Not even close. Even though we won against you, I mean, miraculously, I remember Giroud and Ozil. They managed to win against Bayern Munich. But at the end, man, Arsenal are not in the levels of Bayern Munich when it comes to the past decade or so. But the only 2 times I'm feeling confident was the last time, even though we fumbled, Arteta fumbled. But this time I also have the confidence that we can win.
Yeah, and last time, pray for Bayern, bring me Bayern, and all this stuff.
I never said that shit, bro. That's
No,
the
no, no,
stuff in
no, no,
the.
no.
I'm not saying praying,
Gigal
but
did,
I
and a
think
lot of
I think we're
fans
gonna win
fall
this
for
game,
him.
and just because of the form we're at, and I think our defense is so solid, and I don't think you have the weapons to break us down. As much as I rate Harry Kane, Olise, I mean Diaz not playing now. I do rate your players when it comes to the attack, but I don't think is gonna overpower our defense. That's the whole thing. And maybe we're
We'll see.
gonna
We'll see.
nick a 1-0 or something like that, or a set piece, or something nasty like that. But it's fine for me. A win is a win. Even if we win 1-0, I'm gonna consider myself that we smacked you. So
I'm gonna tell you something though. Last time when we
mm.
played each other, I heard the same thing, the exact same thing. And you know who of all people broke down your defense?
Man, but we're not on a
Leroy
crazy run. Like,
Sané, bro.
no. Sorry,
Yeah,
man. We're 10 games without a goal conceded. I mean, I'm not even half of the confidence I
yeah, and
had
we scored over
last
50
time.
goals, and we scored over 50 goals, bro. I think like 56 or something.
Yeah, man, in Farmers League. So
No, you say Farmers League, but we did it against PSG, Chelsea. Now what? You see, this is my point. Like, you're underestimating the opposition we did it against. But by the way, Borussia Dortmund are actually I know they lost to Man City, but they've still had to go. That doesn't take away from their season so far.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
Frankfurt, usually we go there and we either lose or draw, but we beat them 3-0, scoring 50. Like, my point is, when you make these judgments, you have to look at what the winning team is also doing. It goes both ways, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
that's fair. We'll see, man. We'll see. 26th of November. We'll see, man. Keep talking. But
I
for
will
now,
keep
I
on
think,
talking, but you keep on talking because history shows it
man,
doesn't
my
go in
my
your favor,
concern
by
now,
the way.
my concern now is just winning against Sunderland this Saturday. going into the international break with a win.
Tottenham, I beg,
And
do me a favor. Do your Harry Kane
and
brothers a favor.
honestly, and we have a lot of injuries. I'm not gonna lie. We have Odegaard, Eucharist, all these players are out. Martinelli. So for me, I just want this international break to happen just for us to recoup some of the injured players that we have, and then we can talk against Spurs. We're gonna have Spurs. We're gonna have Chelsea. We're gonna have Bayern. So it's gonna be a tough fixtures at the end of November. So we'll see. But anyways, man, congratulations to you again. I understand that the win was rightfully so against PSG. I'm not taking that away from you. But I think also PSG put themselves in that position with that terrible mistake from Marquinhos. They had also unfortunate injury from Dembele, so that didn't really help. But overall, you guys capitalized in every aspect, and you managed to score 2 goals, and you kept your lead, and you won. And that's thanks to Neuer. I mean, the guy's 39 years old and still putting performances, worldies, I would say. And yeah, man, it's gonna be a tough game against Arsenal. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyways, I'm gonna move on from Bayern. I want to talk about a team that we both rate, which is Newcastle. Newcastle versus Atletico Bilbao, 2-0 in St. James Park. Have you seen the goal or the game or the highlights?
I only saw Dan Burns' header. Other than that, I
A
didn't really.
crazy header from Dan Burn, man. That was a crazy header, man. I never seen a header that is a finesse, man.
That was,
Man.
mashallah, that was
Yeah. Yeah, it was a sick goal. He bent it. I don't know how he bent it with his head, but he did. Then they hit the post, man. But they were unfortunate, and Newcastle were really, really lucky. And Joelinton missed an open goddamn goal. I don't know how the hell did he manage to miss that goal, but he amended the situation, rectified, and scored. However, for me, man, listen, if you're that was a tweet that I read on Twitter regarding Newcastle. It says it was a funny one, but I think it was so true. If you understand the context, they say if somebody was in a coma for 5 years and woke up and saw the Champions League table right now and saw Newcastle there, they would be shocked. And that's something to credit the board, to credit the Newcastle I mean, coach as well, and the team they built so far. I know it's not easy as before, like the Man City, they did it back in 08, but
Yes.
Newcastle are moving steadily, I believe, and they are in the right steps to improve their position in the league and the Champions League, worldwide as well, to increase their
Yeah.
their reach, their fan base, and Newcastle is a big club, and it will take them a while to get within the revenues of the Arsenals, the United, Chelsea, City. I mean, you need to generate a lot of revenues that enables you to spend a lot as well to improve your team, buy superstars, and also have the pull, right? So it's not easy to have the pull to convince players to join the project. But I think so far Newcastle are in the right path. And the last thing I want to say before I move on to you is I think the Spanish teams are not really doing so well versus the English teams lately. I mean, they've been smacking them right, left, and center. So the mic is yours, bro. Tell me what you think.
You know what it is? First, to respond about the Spanish team, because I saw Dave's video as well about it. Because they lost to Liverpool. I don't know if you've covered it, but if not, probably after this, I don't know. But
No, not yet. Only Arsenal so far.
Yeah. So here's my thing. I think it's like stylistically, I would say they play better football in it. But I think what goes against these Spanish teams in general, and I only think the only side that can take care of these English sides now, and I'm talking again, stylistically, yeah, is Barcelona. But even then, the problem with Barcelona is their high line. And it comes down to the physicality. I feel but the difference I think with Barcelona and all the other teams, they have the press resistance, and we saw against Newcastle themselves. Funny enough, now we're talking about Newcastle, that they were able to get out of the press to the point that, and that was even their best at doing it. To the point you have pundits, fans from Newcastle and England, all praising Pedri and De Jong, you know, which I already knew how good they were, but clearly they did it because all they care about is PMP in the Premier League. No disrespect to you, Sammy, but disrespect to a lot of English fans. It's just it's crazy. But in regards to Newcastle, I believe they've only lost to Barcelona, right? And then the rest of their games have been wins. I know they won against Benfica as well.
Yeah, they won
And they had
three
another
games.
away win, and they had another away win as well. So that's like
Yeah,
three
yeah.
wins in a bounce.
Mm-hmm,
Listen,
mm-hmm.
I will say this in Europe, and especially the way Eddie Howe coaches his sides, I actually think they can go on a decent run in the Champions League if they keep on going at this rate. Like all they have to do, get top 8. If they can get top 8, why can't they go on a run?
Yeah, man, it's like I
I
said,
mean, let's be honest.
I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed with Newcastle and the way they're moving.
Okay, to finish.
Even though I hate them in the Premier League, I hate going against them because they're that good. I hate them because they're that good, and I don't hate them as a
Yeah,
club or anything. I
will.
just
I
hate
have
playing
to
them, man.
be.
They're so tough.
Yeah, I have to be honest though. They do and you pointed it out already. They do have to finish better. They do.
Yeah, man. I think it
I
will
think
come
what's
with
going.
time when they get good players,
I
well,
mean,
clinical
Nick
players.
Valtemada, once he gets going, once Nick Valtemada gets really going, I think it should be okay. But again, I'm talking about the Gordons. I'm talking about the Barneses. Yeah, because by the
Yeah,
way, that
they need to
Barcelona
improve
game,
in those. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
that Barcelona game, by the way, the difference between them winning that game and not was the finishing in the first half.
Also, the quality that indicates the quality of the players, and I think that will happen within the upcoming years if they continue in the same pathway. I would say, then I think better players will join them. They will sign better players, and
Yeah,
they will be more clinical. And that's the thing, man. I mean, if you had a decent winger, I think they would have won that game against Barcelona because of that high line that Hansi Flick plays.
yeah. But again, you bring that up, but I have to be honest. Listen, we both like Newcastle, obviously, for a specific reason, but we have to also be honest. I have to mention the fact that a lot of players didn't want to join Newcastle in the summer, right? And they chose
Yeah, I
other Premier
understand.
League clubs.
That's what I'm saying.
But
The pull will only happen with time. It will not happen
yeah,
overnight.
but my point is, if Newcastle wants to have a boost with the pull, or boost with in regards to the pull, I
Yeah.
think they have to go far in the Champions League, because once they go far
That's
in
what I'm
that
saying.
Champions League,
Yes, they are now in steady path because every single player in world of football would love to play in the UCL. So if Newcastle is providing a UCL experience to the players, then that increases their pull. They will be able to, get better players, better quality, and finish even in better positions. And I think that will happen. It's too difficult because at the end of the day, Newcastle are competing with a bunch of teams in the Premier League. They're not alone in the Premier League. They have the Arsenal, Liverpool, City, Chelsea, even Spurs, Man United. They all want to compete for a Champions League spot or even being a title contender. So it's not really easy for any team just to decide, okay, I'm gonna go within a project and I'm gonna overtake Chelsea and Spurs and all those teams. Those teams are well founded. They have a huge amount of revenue, and you cannot just compete with them financially. And at the end of the day, money speaks. I mean, when money talks, bullshit walks. I mean, and it's not that what I'm saying Newcastle is poor. They're not poor. It's just the
oh
FFP
no.
regulations and
I'm
all.
talking about the pull.
And,
I'm talking about
and
the
the
pull, unfortunately.
no, because of the regulation, the PSR and the FFP that does not allow you to spend a certain percentage from your revenue, and that's what really hinders the financial part from Newcastle. However, they have the ambition, and I think they have a plan set for them to go within a certain project, and they're going and they're getting in with their own business. And I like what I'm seeing from Newcastle so far. I mean, in a couple of
No,
years, I think
I
they will
don't
be a
disagree with
serious
that.
team.
I don't
Yeah.
disagree with that. I'm just saying it would help that if they go further in the Champions League. That's all.
Absolutely, you're right. Absolutely, they have to keep participating in the Champions League because, like I said, at the end of the day, any player, if you put the UCL on the table for any player, that would be a dream for them. So that
Yeah.
will give you a little bit of edge and a little bit of advantage when it comes to negotiation with players and signing them. However, that's all from Newcastle, man. Big up to the Magpies, man. Three
big
wins
up
in
to
the
the
UCL,
Magpies.
man. Big up to them.
The club of the Nadi Shiyukh, you know?
They are, man. They are, man. Shiuch, Nadi
Nadi Shiyukh.
Shiuch.
Nadi
Speaking
Shiyukh,
of,
yeah, that's what I called them.
yeah,
MBSFC, man.
man, MBSFC. Speaking of
Anyway.
Shiuch, we'll talk about the other Shiuch club, which is Manchester City. They won 4-1
Yeah,
versus Dortmund. I think that was an easy game for Manchester City.
yeah,
I don't
after
think
that
they
was
put
Dortmund's
on.
worst game. Dortmund's worst
Man,
game.
they really didn't put any kind of effort. I mean, yeah, they scored a goal, but overall, I would say. Let me
Yeah,
put.
Anton, but
Did you watch? Did you watch the game?
I was supposed to, but I fell asleep. But I saw the highlight.
Okay, okay. So for me, one aspect for them is Foden. Foden scored the first goal, and also he scored the third goal. But however, from the first goal, if you saw the goal, he had a good turn, and then he had like a
He stopped
meter
two
of
goals
run.
actually.
I
Two
did
goals.
not. I don't understand how the defense of Borussia Dortmund allowing Foden to shoot comfortably and to aim and giving him
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that space. That was awful defending from Borussia Dortmund, more than the brilliancy of Foden. The second goal came from Haaland after a cross from Doku, and this guy, as a machine, keeps scoring and piling up the goals. The third goal, however, was an elite half turn from Foden. I believe Foden's half turns are crazy, and I keep mentioning this because this is one of his main attribute as a player. Their goal came around the minute 71, a little bit too late, I would say, and then Shirky just killed the game at the last minute. But overall, I would say City really controlled, dominated the game. You can see it even in the stats, the shots on target. Dortmund had only one shot on target, which is the goal. But overall, I don't see any contest. They didn't really do contest as at all. City was playing as a training session, and they easily managed to win the game. But they are now scaring me, man. City, and you know why? Because they're not only depending on Haaland's goal. Foden's coming back. Shirky is participating and contributing out to the goals, and Rodri's not even back yet. So I think City is moving mad and under the radar. And I was saying they're a one-man show, but this game, I think Foden stole the spotlights from Haaland, and this is concerning for me because now the goals will come from different players instead of always relying on Erling Haaland. So what do you think?
yeah. First of all, I want to say that is Dortmund's, from what I've seen at least, the season of Dortmund. That's Dortmund's worst performance. Even like, I think that game reminds me of their first half against us. Actually, you know what I mean? In which they just let us have the ball, do whatever we want, but we just didn't score enough. And then second half, that's when they stepped up. In the City game, it was just City, as you said, absolute control. I don't even think Man City, not Man City. I don't think Borussia Dortmund were able to get one transition attack going. Like no Adiami, no Gulassi, no
They had a
Barks
couple of
like really
shots.
Barca. A
Donnarumma actually had
couple,
a good
yeah,
game.
but it wasn't like clear cut or anything like that, other than the Anton goal. If we're being really honest.
No, Garassi had a clear cut chance, but Donnarumma really saved it.
Oh yeah, but it's still, you know what I mean? At City were in utter, you get me, utter control. Phil Foden, those two goals, brilliant goals. Haaland, nice taken as well. You can say
Mm-hmm.
Tapa, you do your job. Shirky, I have to say, man, Shirky, I told you that when this guy is back, danger, man, bro. Absolute
Yeah,
danger.
man, dangerous for me, man. Foden, Shirky, these guys are really good. Even Doku's now participating, and that's what really worries me as an Arsenal fan is
By
they.
the way, during Club World Cup, Foden and Shirky, they weren't enjoying playing with each other. Now it's looking different, bro.
Pep managed to find a tune out of them. At the end of the day, they have an elite coach, which is Pep Guardiola. Nobody's disputing the fact that Pep can put on a good tactic and giving good instruction, finding the best formation, and he did so far, man. And now City are really worrying me. But I will see when City plays Liverpool how that will go. So that's it about City. I mean, I'm not gonna really hover around with that game. It's
Yeah,
just
Borussia Dortmund, absolutely terrible.
shit, man. They were
But you
shit.
know what?
They were shit.
But you know what? Like I say on my channel, who the f is Dortmund? So
Yeah, oh, the F is Dortmund, man. Man, Dortmund really embarrassed us. But let's talk about the big game, man. The big game that we all were waiting for. We're probably everybody was really watching that game, which is the Liverpool game, 1-0. And you know what? They put Madrid on the stick. I don't know what you think, but for me, Liverpool dominated Real Madrid. Man, Szoboszlai, what a player! McAllister was crazy. I mean, even Connor Bradley, he pocketed Vinny Jr.
Vinicius Jr.
Man, it was really.
I said, good time. Allow it, man. Allow it. Allow it.
John, that was a mad one, John. That was a great. I'm sorry, Zero, man.
That
was a mad one, man. He took me off guard, man.
By the way, I was on Northside's channel before, and I was just called an Uber driver. You know what I mean? So I can't catch a break when it comes to being a Sawag,
It's a big up job, man. But anyways, back to the game, man. McAllister, Szoboszlai, Bradley, I think they were absolutely brilliant for Liverpool. Absolutely brilliant. And I think Liverpool is back. I genuinely think Liverpool is back after this performance they put against Real Madrid. I mean, without Courtois, without Thibaut Courtois, I think that game should have ended 4-5-0 for Liverpool. Real Madrid did not offer a single goddamn danger against Liverpool. They didn't really threaten Liverpool whatsoever. And this is now the second, I would say, failure for Xabi Alonso against the big teams. The first failure was Atletico Madrid, and the second failure was now against Liverpool. He only succeeded in one big game, which is against Barcelona, El Clasico. But, man, have you watched the game?
I saw the highlights this morning, actually.
You saw the highlights, man. I had both games on, man. God, Liverpool,
because
man.
I had to focus on Bayern PSG. I was obviously more.
Oh, because you were doing a watch along, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, understandable. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Otherwise, if I was watching both without doing watch along, then sure, but it's not how it works. So yeah, listen, I will say, I can see why Liverpool and Madrid fans, or anyone that watched the game, would say that the only good player for Madrid is Courtois, because he was the guy saving Madrid's backside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, by the way, people might make fun of Florian Wirtz. I can't be that shameless. That pass he gave, that pass that he gave towards Szoboszlai, if he scores that, man.
Wirtz, by the way, played very well, to be honest.
Yeah, he played on the left wing, by the way.
Man.
But people told me he can't really kind of play there. Yeah, he can. But it's just, he was more known as a left hand, innit? Like, not a left winger. Like, people had the whole misconfusion. But I've seen him play on the left-hand side in the Euros. But he was just interchanging. And he was, by the way, he was actually technically interchanging in the Liverpool-Madrid game as well.
Man, aside of interchanging,
he wasn't fully playing on the left. If you watch that game, he wasn't fully playing on the left.
He put the highest mileage, man. 11 kilometers. I think he was the highest in that game.
He and I believe Szoboszlai, they were nearly everywhere in the pitch.
Yeah, man, Szoboszlai, man, was crazy. I mean, the guy is just phenomenal. McAllister, I don't know how the hell did they allow McAllister to score a header. And speaking of the goal, by the way, they scored from a set piece. I don't see people freaking out now when they score from set piece. But when Arsenal scored from set piece, it was set piece FC. Crying about it.
Sammy, they're calling you out because you do it on a consistent basis. It's like, you know what it is? Your set piece, it's like your finishing maneuver in wrestling. You get me? That's what it is.
Is it a goal? Is it a goal?
I know. Well, I'm just telling you why they call you out. I'm not telling you that it's a wrong. Listen, win by any means necessary, bro.
Is mad, man. The hypocrisy in the media is crazy. I mean, when Liverpool does it, in the world stage of the UCL, and then nobody's talking about it. But when Arsenal does it,
Oh yeah, no, but
man,
I'm just
fuck
telling you
off,
why they
man.
do. I'm not telling you it's right or غلط. Bro, don't take my word for it.
I mean, sometimes you need that kind of. I mean, look at them from the open play. They had a lot of shots on target against Courtois. They couldn't score, but they scored from a set piece. And
Yeah, but you
I give
can't
them
really. Yeah,
look.
but
I'm giving them credit for it. I'm giving them credit for it. I'm not saying it was an awful goal. No, it was a brilliant goal. But don't complain
yeah,
when we score and you enjoy your goals when it comes from set pieces. It's just the hypocrisy for me is mental. You
yeah,
know, a goal is a
yeah,
goal. A penalty
but you know what the
or a set
difference
piece or
is?
any goal. Yeah.
So, yeah, but Sammy, the difference is you rely on set pieces. They just have it as an extra.
I rely on goals. Set piece or not, it's a freaking goal. That's it.
They don't, bro.
That's it,
They
man. A
don't.
goal is a goal. If we rely
No,
on
a goal is
penalties,
a goal,
it's
but
still
you're
a
missing
goal.
the argument. You're missing
Look,
the
man,
argument, though.
if any club, any football club, Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester City, they manage to score, let's say 70% of their goal from set pieces, I'll not complain. I'll say, fuck, man, damn, they're good. That's it. End of story for me. I'm not.
Listen, I'm not telling you it's wrong to score from set pieces, but what it is that when you only rely on set pieces and you don't worry about your other side of the game, that's a problem. However, like, listen, you score like you said, a goal's a goal, so whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
man.
just
Let's move on. But Liverpool, man, I think they're back. I think they're going to be a threat now in the Premier League. I mean, they're getting confidence and momentum, and that's really worrying me as an Arsenal fan because, they are our main contenders, and I have them as my favorites. That was my prediction at the beginning of the season. But we'll see against Manchester City how that will turn up because I think that will be the biggest test for them against City in Etihad Stadium. But moving on, we have a team who's the only team who didn't win from the Premier League teams, which is Chelsea. I'm wondering where Hano is. Hano's hiding now. A team called Garbage. Garbage, man. Garbaja.
they
Man,
went back to the same
Garbaja.
stadium. It's not same stadium. They went to the same city where they beat you, man, in the final, and they drew. Interesting.
Yeah, man. I mean, look at the world, how it turned out to be. I will go against Garbaja. Garbage
They
FC
went
and
to
2-2.
Baku and drew in Baku. They didn't win.
Man, look, Estivao scored the opening goal. It was a good goal, but Garbage, man, their first goal was very good, very good, man. The way they skipped the defender, the shot, the hit post, and then it went back for them and scored again. The penalty against Hato. Then they had a bozo moment where Garnacho managed to capitalize and score, but I said this before and I keep repeating it. The demise of Chelsea this season will be their defense, and I keep reiterating the message, and I'm going to keep echoing this message because it's true. It is the reason of their inconsistency in terms of performances and in terms of results. And the Garbage team is an evidence of that. They got Garbaja 2-2. What do you think?
And even speaking
Zero.
Azerbaijan, that's crazy work, by the way. But anyway, listen, Karbaji, yeah, whatever. Yeah, 2-2. Chelsea. I mean, I have to say that Esteban goal was very good though.
You know that's a thing they say when you play football and you come in very aggressive and you shoot
Yeah,
or
I'm aware. I was
so
like, that's like
Kurban!
it check like you went to Baku.
No, not really.
Anyway,
I never been to Azerbaijan, to be honest. I never been there. But I would love to be honest. I heard a lot of good things there.
my
I wanna
friend went
visit.
recently. He told me it's like you're going to Europe, and they're nice people and stuff. So you should
It
go.
is Europe. What do you mean it is like going to Europe?
No. To be fair, yeah, but it's located like near Asian countries. So I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah, but I think it's a good country. But anyways, man, I'll ask the Chelsea players how was it, man.
But listen, I will say though, you're right. Again, Chelsea, their immaturity as well. Like, yeah, that's another thing. Like, their immaturity is what always costs these guys. Like, I actually think footballing talent-wise, they actually have one of the better teams in Europe. The problem with them is their mentality, you could say, to be
It's not
fair, because
mentality. It's just the defense, bro.
yeah, but bro, the way that these defenders are getting bookings and giving away is silly, fouls slash penalties. Like, it's just ridiculous, bro.
Mm.
You know what I mean? مسخوها. So it's like, خلاص, bro. Like, at some point, like, you need to cut. Like, imagine if they didn't give away any penalties. You know what I mean? Didn't get any red cards. Don't you think they'd be like getting more wins?
Absolutely, man. That was an issue for
But
Chelsea before. The disciplinary issues they had, and I mentioned that many, many times. And now, I mean, aside of the disciplinary issues they had, also the quality of the defense is just in the bin. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry, man. Hato, whoever, man, is Chaloba and all that defense, man, is shit. I mean, the only defender that was really good, but he's injured with an ACL, which is Colwell. I mean, yes, they
yeah,
have good left back and right back, but man, your center backs are abysmal. I'm sorry. Even your goalkeeper does not bring you any comfort to have Sanchez as a goalie. So, man, it's just terrible. Their defense is terrible. I'm sorry. Garbage! Garbage,
اسمع
man.
يا سامي, I do have to go.
Well,
Because what,
thank
right?
you, man, for joining, anyways, and giving us the time, even though you've been doing some Uber stuff.
There you are. There you are. But
Oh
yeah,
man, the comment killed me, man. The comment just killed me, man.
hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. This way I've gotten used to it.
But big up to you,
Take
man.
care.
Stay safe, and thank you, Zir, for hopping in.
Of course.
Man.
See you, man.
All right, man. Cheers, man. Cheers. But guys, I was saying, man, Chelsea are not really that good, to be honest. When it comes to the defense, that's their ultimate issue. That's their ultimate weakness is the defense. And I keep telling Chelsea fans, and they want to bury their head in the sand and pretend that nothing is happening. But you cannot hide from the fact that your defense is shit. And going to Azerbaijan and versus a team called Garbage, it's just and drawing against them is just not acceptable by any means. I mean, if you're considering yourself an elite team, that's not a team you draw against. And that's it for Chelsea, man. And guess who won this time? Who won this time? I'm gonna give them the big ends. I'm gonna give them the credit this time, which is Spurs. Spurs won against Copenhagen 4-0. I mean, they're considered to be the Danish champions, but I want to say a lot about Spurs this time. I'm not gonna, just skim through it as usual. I mean, Spurs, they put on a good performance, and who I would give credit for is Xavi Simons. Xavi Simons, after the critique he had last time, they were considering him to be the worst signing, but he turned out to be a brilliant player against Copenhagen. I mean, the guy was giving passes left, right, and center. The first goal came from Johnson, a pass from Xavi Simons. The pass was more beautiful than the goal itself. And then he created two clear-cut chances for Colomwani, who fumbled it. However, a mistake that came from the goalkeeper, where Colomwani managed to control the ball, pass it to Odobert, and he managed to score. But then they got a red card. Tottenham Hotspur got a red card. Brennan Johnson, I mean, they went to the VAR. They found that the stud of the foot was a little bit on the high side when they're considered to be a red card. They canceled the yellow card and gave him the red card, but did not stop Spurs from even scoring more. Van der Ven putting a mad goal, a Maradona-esque goal. Van der Ven from the defense running towards the goal. That was a Maradona goal. Nobody can deny that. I'm probably going to be the best goal in the Champions League. I think so. I think it's going to be the best goal in the Champions League. I mean, the way he just skipped the defenders and running towards. I mean, he's a very fast player. What an athlete, to be honest, Van der Ven. And the fourth goal came in the dying minute. Paulinho scored. Not actually dying minute, a couple of minutes after the Van der Ven goal. And the dying minute, they had a penalty and they could have made the score 5-0. But Richarlison, what a bozo. He misses the penalty, and that's it. Tottenham with 10 men even dominated Copenhagen, and that's, I think, a big credit goes to Thomas Frank, the manager of Spurs, who kept the formation, kept the structure very strong and solid, and they managed to get 4 goals across Copenhagen. And that's it for the games. I mean, overall, the Premier League teams did very, very well. But now we're going to talk about a different topic, a different thing that I want to say. These are the results, I would say, just in a summary from TNT. Arsenal 3-0, Liverpool 1-0, Tottenham Hotspur 4-0, got a badge, and Chelsea 2-2, City 4-1, Newcastle 2-0. And those are the matches that we discussed. And of course, we had a bonus talking about Bayern Munich against PSG. We had Zir with us, my brother. And this is how the table looked like after the UCL match day 4. So Bayern Munich and Arsenal are sitting, and Inter Milan, of course, with 12 points on the top. Arsenal are the only team that didn't concede a goal, but Bayern Munich scored more goals, and that's why they are first and Arsenal second. Liverpool managed to squeeze themselves in the top 8 after winning against Real Madrid. Newcastle are in the top 8 as well. I mean, Man City, so 4 out of the 6 teams in the Premier League are in the top 8. If we're looking at the knockout round playoffs standings, I would say Tottenham's there, Chelsea, Galatasaray. I mean, man, this is looking mad, man. I mean, what are the teams that are considered to be a surprise, which are in the elimination bracket? For me, it is Juventus. I never thought that I would see Juve there. Marseille as well. Marseille is a good team. So I think this will change, obviously. I mean, the points are not really far ahead from each other. So they have still 4 more games to go, and a lot could change. But Arsenal sitting at top with Bayern Munich and Inter, all 12 points. And that will change because Arsenal are going to play Bayern Munich. That will be the top game next time. And we will bring up the next games and the next matches so we can see what are the next games for the Premier League teams. I mean, that's what our focus are. Before we move on to the next matches, I want to show you guys the team of the week. This is the team of the week. We have Mikel Merino from Arsenal up front because he scored a brace. Foden as well scored a brace. Those are the 2. No, actually, McAllister as well is there. So 3 English Premier League players are there. Is it deserved? Yes, I think so. Neuer put on a very good show against PSG. Like Zir said, I think he was the man of the match for them in that game. He kept the lead for them. Osman scoring a hat-trick, and he's sitting at the top of the scoring tally for the UCL behind him sitting Erling Haaland. The last thing I want to talk about is the upcoming matches. Here are the upcoming matches. Probably you guys gotta try to zoom in a little bit, but I'm gonna say it for anyways out loud. So for Newcastle, they're gonna go to France and play Marseille. Man City against Leverkusen, Chelsea versus Barcelona, one of the games I like to watch in the Champions League. And then Arsenal, obviously, with Bayern Munich, and PSG versus Spurs. So it's going to be a tough fixture for Tottenham, tough for Chelsea, even for Arsenal. But the rest of the English teams should be winning. Newcastle should be winning against Marseille. Man City should be winning against Leverkusen. And I think, where is Liverpool? Liverpool should be winning versus PSV. And that is it for the AAR this week for the Champions League. Again, I'm so happy about Arsenal's performance. I think they are sending us a statement not only in the Champions League but also in the Premier League. They're not conceding goals. Their defense are looking solid, and I think this will help us a lot. The next game will be against Sunderland, and I hope all the players return in the international break. We have Martin Odegaard, we have Martinelli, we have Madueke. We have a lot of players. Gyökeres as well. He's not been summoned in the national team. So we have a lot of players that will be back after the international break. And I think this will help us a lot in our upcoming games, especially in the late November. We have Spurs, we have Chelsea, we have Bayern Munich. So it's a crazy run for Arsenal Football Club. But again, we are sitting at top, and I'm so happy about that. And on that note, I want to say thank you all for tuning in. and have a lovely, lovely evening. And see ya.